Listen, Hoodie so in the building. Dewey so in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gang. Gang. In the building. So Illuminati get one in the building, man. Gangster. In the building.
Hey.
What up, though? It's Big Snoop D-O double G.
Now, first thing first. What's good with John? Hey, man. So check this out. I was live streaming on TikTok last night for like 10 minutes. That shit was crazy. For some of y'all that don't know, I just recently got banned on Twitch. I got banned on Twitch, and it was only 3 days. And I want to be honest with y'all. This is the most love and just chill I have ever been in throughout my whole YouTube career. It was no drama. It was so peaceful. It was all love. And I still got banned. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't feel safe on Twitch. I don't. I can't. And I dropped videos about this shit in the past. I dropped it on Twitch. So I was telling y'all, like, you have so much freedom
I got a Twitch, though.
to do stuff on other platforms.
I got a whole Twitch account.
Twitch, it's like I can't even. Bro, I was harmless. Y'all seen it. I didn't do nothing. And people keep clipping shit thinking of what I did. Bro, I can't see. They talking about TOS and certain words you can't say. Like, bro, my nigga, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do shit. Nigga, I'm driving. Nigga, I told y'all niggas on TikTok. Nigga, I almost crashed. Aiden texted me. I said, what the fuck? Aiden texted me. Said, bro, you banned. Like, what the fuck? Of course Aiden texted me. Aiden, how you know me for everybody? I found out from you. Now listen. The most important thing I want to do is keep this streaming shit going. If I'm getting banned for just chilling, like, bro, I can't say nothing. Like, the alphabet, the LGBTQ shit, bro, I didn't diss them at all. Y'all heard everything. Bro, it was so much love on Twitch. And, by the way, it's a temporary ban for 7 days. They gave me a 7-day ban, and I waited today because I spoke to somebody who said he gonna try to figure something out yesterday. And here we is today. It's a 7-day ban, but it could be gone tomorrow. It could be gone in a couple days. I don't really know, but the most important thing I want y'all to know, man, I can't even be myself really on Twitch. And if I get another ban, it's like really gonna fuck up everything. I gotta really figure out where I can put myself at in position to really start streaming and really going crazy for the next week. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, YouTube is not a place that I really want to stream at because I can't react to certain things because it's gonna copyright my whole channel. I tried to post an NBA reaction and I told y'all, Doug React must got an NBA license or something to react to their vids without getting strike. I tried to do it and I tried to post it and it got copyrighted and I couldn't even post it. So I can't just go on Twitter and just react to anything. Yesterday we was doing a recap of the Drake versus Kendrick beef because it was like the 1-year reunion with all that. And we was doing a recap. I can't do none of that on YouTube. It's like on YouTube, you just gotta come right on here and get straight to the games. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's just settling for less, man. I really gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. And then I told y'all on Kick, you got so much freedom on Kick to just do whatever you want to do. Now I know Kick is kind of its own thing, and I don't even really be coming across a lot of Kick streamer content. It's like its own thing. Like my screen just moved.
Is that what I think it is?
I might have to really talk to Aiden about some Kick deal or something because I just don't really feel safe on Twitch. And it's the most innocent and just chilling, man. I was just having a good time with y'all. But it's that happened. It's just crazy. And I was just talking to my girl, and I was saying, like, we can't say nothing about, like, LGBT stuff. So can they? Like, if they was having conversations with each other, can they talk about race, gender, and stuff like that? Or would they get automatically banned? Or just straight people can't say nothing? Because I really don't know what the fuck I did. And that's why I told y'all, just me being a regular nigga is too much for Twitch. That's tough. I don't even know what I did. I didn't say no hate to nobody. If anything, bro, people was talking about when I said the number, the dumb shit. Bro, I asked the question. I still wasn't dissing nobody. So you can't say certain words. So can they say it? Seriously.
Shakira, take 5. Perfect. Let's go over the middle section.
Hey, what you playing?
Which?
Royal Kingdom. Royal Kingdom? It's a new puzzle game that just came out.
I love puzzle games. But what about Switch?
Really?
You see that energy? That's why she's Shakira, boys and girls. Let's take her to the
Oh, yeah.
play today.
Like, dude, they just get banned.
When you get off, bro?
Since we can't say nothing that have to do with the alphabet shit, can they?
Bro, that nigga Soul got banned on Twitch, dog.
Is it any? Now I want to find some of y'all.
I actually went to go try to watch the stream that I missed. I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened? Why his page not popping up? Nigga got banned.
I still got fucking 20
Nigga
some
got
days
banned
to
on
go to
Rooster.
stream. I want to stream every single day. This is kind of getting in the way of my flow. And I told y'all, for all my subscribers, y'all got to be getting a lot of different type of content, man, because, bro, I'm here. I'm back. And this is just a bump on the road. And I'm trying to figure out if I can get this ban lifted a little quicker. Because I really didn't do nothing. And I hope they come across this video so y'all can understand, man, I'm really just trying to spread love now. Peace and positivity, man. Like, I ain't know none of that. Like, if you go and watch they didn't even show me what I got banned. Like, I put in an appeal, it didn't have the vibe. Like, it didn't show me what I was banned for. It just said I was banned. I want to stream every single day, bro. Every single day. And I love Twitch, man. Twitch. But, man, I might have to talk to Aiden about some type of kill. It's like they trying to patch me. And, bro, I'm in my past 3 streams in a row. If y'all been in those streams, y'all know it's after this ban lift, the show will go on. But I can't promise y'all that I'm something else might pop up. It's like they watching me now. And I'm telling y'all, I don't want them fucking with my motivation and stuff because I could disappear. First streak yesterday, nigga, I thought that I was banned. I had to hit the blunt. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? I had to hit the blunt. But I feel kind of down, man. And I know a lot of y'all like, bro, just stream on YouTube. I'm not trying to get copyrighted on YouTube. I don't want to stream. I know iShowSpeed be doing all this, but iShowSpeed probably got all type of licenses too. I gotta look all this stuff up. I don't have anything. Like, you can get copyrighted for reacting to somebody's music, and then they can strike your whole, they can copyright your entire stream and get paid.
Right.
So it's like, man, it's not the same, man. So I gotta really figure out what I'm gonna do from this point forward, bro, because I'm really thinking about signing a deal with Kick. It's not even about the money. It's not even, bro, y'all see how much love we getting on Twitch. It's not even about the money, none of that. It's more so about being safe. Where can I really be me at? Y'all tell me. Where can I really be myself? Where can I really just chill and just vibe with y'all at? And just have a good ass time without anything just coming and just banning me, but just playing horror games. It's a big choice I gotta make. Tomorrow the show goes on. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow Cinco de Mayo. Y'all enjoy y'all day today. And tomorrow we back live streaming. I'm a bust up a stream on YouTube. We're gonna be streaming Schedule 1. I'm gonna bring in the live donations again, and we gonna go from there. I'm kind of feel down, y'all, but I'm gonna keep this going for y'all. Y'all know how I feel, man. Y'all know how vulnerable I got with y'all, and I don't do that shit with nobody. And I promise you, Twitch, if y'all watching this, I just want to just spread love and positivity. I'm sorry for anything that I did, any terms and conditions I broke. I've been off Twitch for 5 years, and everything is so different. And I'm sorry for anything I did. I didn't send no hate or nothing, or need to send any hate or anything to any group or any person. I'm an innocent man, you know. I'm about to get ready to go to church, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I just want to become a better person and just don't spread love and positivity all throughout Twitch. I wish I was connected with like some type of Twitch manager who could have told me that I was making some mistakes, but I don't have none of that. But I just want to send my apologies to Twitch and the Twitch staff, the Twitch community. And I want to send my apologies to y'all for this shit, because we is nothing wrong. And I want to be here for y'all every single day. Y'all can start your day going. And I apologize. I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitch. I didn't know I could get banned for anything that I was doing. I didn't see all types of stuff. I don't complain at nobody. I take full accountability. But I definitely got to figure out what I'm going to do for my future of streaming. If I'm going to be doing this streaming shit in the long run, it's not about any of the, it's about being safe. Man. It's about being in a safe environment where we can just go crazy. And right now, it look like Twitch kind of is not one of them. YouTube definitely not. But I keep y'all updated. Just be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow the stream goes on. I'm gonna be streaming on here live on YouTube. Hopefully the ban get lifted earlier. I'm gonna make some calls and figure out some stuff that I can do.
You gonna have to ban me. I'm not kissing ass to try to get it back either. Try to get shit lifted. I'm gonna talk my shit, bro.
3 o'clock Eastern time.
I'm sorry,
streaming
bro.
Every single
y'all niggas gonna have to learn that money ain't anything. Everything, bro. They trying to kill it anyway. You niggas is sellouts, bro. I'm not selling that. I don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all niggas gonna learn, bro, that money ain't everything, bro.
Today was supposed to be a 2K. Tomorrow was supposed to be a 2K.
Y'all niggas ain't really got God like how y'all say y'all do, bro.
It depends.
Y'all niggas gonna learn hard.
But I want y'all to know I would not be streaming.
You ain't about to prevent me from speaking my piece, bro.
This is just a temporary thing until everything get lifted. But I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be Kick. It's gonna be Twitch. It's gonna be something, man.
Any ways to make money out of this
bitch,
bro.
Go live and be safe. But anyway,
move some work.
Take care of yourself, man. I got some indie horror gameplay that just dropped.
Sell something. Sell some merch or something.
Enjoy the content. It's gonna be flowing in every single day. And take care of yourself, man. I love y'all. Guys,
can you talk like me? Oh,
damn, you just have to ban me, bro.
You have what it takes.
Before them.
Your life is your choice. So if you feel stuck, choose to get an accounting fundamentals certificate from WGU School of Business and take just 6 months to get QuickBooks certification and a whole new career.
I ain't saying so a sellout, WGU. You speaking his piece, bro. Just speaking on how you feel. What the fuck you see going on? Fuck. Niggas can't even speak of their piece, bro. Niggas can't speak their piece no more, bro. You banning niggas? You just gonna have to ban me, bro. Sensitive ass platforms, bro. You niggas is bitches. You see that nigga?
You like to smoke cigarettes? Can be decent? I never done with it seems like you can stick those. You don't lay on them. You can stick those. Don't ever do.
Yeah.
I was going to kill him. I would have killed him the day he lied to me and I found out he was doing drugs. She started on me. And I would have done it. Easy. Yeah, I'm not playing.
Yo, this bitch gotta be the most weirdest, dumbest, psychotic psychopath I've ever, like, damn near put my eyes on. You're saying this in front of Troll, bro? Like, you're making their job easy as hell. Like, you're just, this is a weird ass chick, man. Watch y'all sleep with me. And laugh about it.
Watch your dogs, just you. No friends or anything? You have any friends at work that would take them? You just want them to die, right? You don't know.
You how I survived.
Put a hold on him, alright?
Looking at
6 months following Anna's arrest, she would sit down in the courtroom for one final time, accepting a plea deal for the murder of Sophie Wright. It had been a matter of principle for Ina throughout this entire investigation, staying true to her word no matter how delusional it sounded. But in this courtroom, Ina was left with no choice but to finally confess.
Ina, eat that, better eat that, let it go up, pop, bitch.
Intentional, knowing, or with extreme indifference of an adult victim. She was sentenced to life in prison for her first conviction.
You don't want that, ain't
Hey, fucking deserve.
We got on.
Dumbass, bro. All of this for a bag that you were never gonna receive, bro. You're gonna rock in prison. Man, bro.
Let it go, you punk bitch.
Man, at night, you know what I'm saying? Remember the free advice giving y'all earlier on the video, man. Obviously, it was a scam, but if you're expecting any type of money, if you're even making money, man, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, and you are the breadwinner in the relationship, bro. You gotta act as cheap as possible. You gotta act like you don't got it. You gotta act like, yeah. Because stuff like this happens, bro. This is just sad, you know? And if it wasn't a scam, you know what I'm saying? She would have been perfectly fine just doing what she did and just running off with this money. And see, I think that, like, if this wasn't even a scam, the fact that the cops, like, let her go the first time, obviously they still needed to investigate their warrant and stuff like that. She probably could have just ran out the country, bro. You know, so it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. You know, R.I.P. to Steve, prayers to his family.
One
and stuff
HP,
like that,
too.
man. Wow, man. Let me know after you see any other crime videos you'd like me to react to, other channels to react to with crime videos, man. Let me know in the comments or on social.
Today I'm spilling all my video editing secrets. Keep watching to see how I create, edit, and schedule all my social media content using Adobe Express. I have partnered up with Adobe Express to show you my easy workflow for content creation and scheduling. You can either upload your own video or use one of their amazing templates. And
Them was real niggas, though.
Videos from their stock library where you can also find music. But we want to add trending songs today, so I'm going to ask the TikTok Symphony assistant what kind of trends are currently on, and then I'm just going to pick the song and click share. Here you can also use AI to come up with a caption. It will also suggest hashtags, and you can check out the preview. Finally, just click publish now or schedule, and your video will automatically be published on the day and time you choose. Try Adobe Express for free.
Oh, hold on. What's this? What's in here?
What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight T stand up. Hey, man, so came to my realization, especially when y'all was asking me on the stream,
It's the same
is that
machine.
check out this shop with Patrick CT reacted a couple times, I believe, in the past. He has a whole documentary of this whole
So dumbass in that water. You won't with me in that water?
Playing like the entire last, like, pretty much the entire year, especially. But bro, first we're gonna look. We've seen the hotel situation, which is absolutely like distasteful, just disgusting. Everything you want to say out of the book. Zero tolerance for all of that. And we already seen it for too. It's gonna get interesting, and obviously we show the the thing, but he actually had an apology video. I wanted to go ahead and react to that, and we're gonna actually react to this whole documentary of the Diddy Files. From even like my grandma, even like sharing like different things she's been hearing about Diddy throughout the years. She was always telling me like, no matter how successful you get, never act like what I'm saying him and shit. And I was just like, what do you mean by that? Like I never like followed Diddy like that. And
taking care of everything. I knew about it.
Smoke his dumb man.
Up there, like, shit, 90s and shit, but he's had a hella controversy and hella shit that's finally coming under light.
Let's get it, gang. Oh.
Man, it's getting ugly. What is you guys' thoughts about everything? Comment down below. So this is his apology video. The darkest time. First time seeing it. Sometimes you gotta do that.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
I mean, I hit rock bottom.
You did it, got it.
No excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went out and sought out professional help. Now I'm going to therapy. I'm going to rehab.
Bro, you missed the Rainbow Six stream, bro. You seen I was cooking, nigga? I was out there, bitch.
But I'm committed to be a better man than she never did. Alright, you guys accept that apology? Is that convincing? You let me know how y'all feel about that. Okay, and now, by the way, I know this is like a month old, but I feel like it's like perfect time to like react to everything, especially what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, finally getting the entire timeline of everything that's being thrown at what's going down, and stuff like that. Let me know you guys if you want me to react to more like GAMGING type content. You know what I'm saying? My bestie, I always like to try and like obviously mix it up and stuff. It doesn't have to always be about straight sports.
Powerful executive Sean Diddy Combs has had an ominous presence in the music industry for the past 30 years. From his suspicious involvement in the demise of Tupac and Biggie, his
like 5 more
ritualistic parties in the backrooms, as well as numerous accidental confessions, has made the public pre-decide that he is guilty of all accusations against him. Not only have multiple women filed formal lawsuits alleging him of violent sexual assault and humiliation, but now the federal government raided his home as they investigate his involvement in a global sex trafficking operation. Technically, at the moment, he is not being charged of any crime, but any day now,
I got this one good and
secrets he never wanted the world to know with the
goal
of
do
it or not. It's first very important to understand.
Come on, bro, I need number 4.
Because if you believe those allegations to be true, everything that happens afterwards makes total sense. In the mid-90s, Diddy, also known as Sean Puffy Combs, was in the middle of the infamous East Coast versus West Coast hip-hop rivalry. It all began with East Coast rapper and Bad Boy Records signee, the Notorious B.I.G. versus West Coast rapper and Death Row Records signee, Tupac Shakur, and it ended with both of them being assassinated via drive-by shootings. Biggie's murder remains unsolved to this day, but in 2023 we learned that Keefy D was the shot caller for the group of individuals that killed Tupac. Although we do not know the specific details as to why these two rap legends were killed, through all the theories, key information, and first-hand recollections from friends and witnesses of both murders indicate that Sean Combs had involvement in both murders. Biggie and Tupac were friendly and actually respected each other at first. Tupac had begun rapping in 1991 and within 2 years already had earned a platinum album. Biggie was a crack dealer who recorded freestyles for fun, until someone sent his tapes to Puffy, who signed him to Bad Boy Records for $25,000. Puffy was also able to use his status in the music industry to connect.
I mean, like, obviously back then, with the, like, inflation and stuff like that, like, I mean, I guess, like, 25K, like, would be...
Break it down, punk, bitch.
Maybe on some, like... Maybe that's too much, maybe 150 worth, 150,000 worth, and like, say back then in the 90s. But bro, just hearing like allegedly Biggie, bro, gets signed for 25K, bro, that's already some shady like finesse. I mean, bro, come on, I'm not like the dude that does like contract type of shit, and you know what I'm saying, in the music business or whatever, but it's just like, that don't even sound right, bro. That's crazy.
Where y'all niggas landing?
He once even asked him to be his manager.
Look at niggas all over here.
Let me like on the 10th, and it's like the company, you know, I see a few shows and let the nigga come on before I do keep that up and get away. Because nobody knew the nigga anymore. And I used to tell the nigga, yo, if you like him, I'm
Look at him about to take it with me.
So I'm saying he changed from being listen to Martin and Boosie, listen to his style. He changed from that to Big Pop.
Pop believes that Biggie used him as a blueprint, changed his whole style, persona, and music to be more aligned with Tupac. Many people speculated that Diddy also had a slight obsession with Tupac. He started drifting himself in Versace after Tupac did it first. He also got romantically involved in women after Tupac had ran through them first, like Sarah Chapman, who ran around with Tupac in the 90s and is now the mother of one of Diddy's children. Fox claims aged like fine wine when recently the internet figured out that Biggie's most successful hit, Juicy, was actually stolen by a Mississippi-based artist called Notorious B.I., who released a song called Big Daddy a year before Juicy that sounds exactly the same. Is it a coincidence that Notorious B.I. and Notorious B.I.G. are similar? And this song is called Big Daddy, and Biggie started going by Big Papa. But many people believe this was the mastermind of Diddy, as he was a music industry expert who knew how to scout talent and assess a hit song before anyone else heard it. They believe Puffy instructed his artist to steal from Notorious B.I., and Biggie trusted his boss and mentor. Pac and Big's rivalry began as a music-based competition. Who had more music sales, who had the better fashion, media representation, and cultural influence. But due to gangster rap creeping into the mainstream and the two being surrounded by legitimate gangsters, tensions escalated to life-threatening conflict. In November 1994, Tupac was on his way to record some music at Quad Studios in New York City. Coincidentally, Biggie was there recording with Junior Mafia, which was a group of 4 friends that Big knew since their childhood. Puffy was there too, since Big was his artist, and anything that Big writes or records is technically owned by the Bad Boy label. Allegedly, a man by the name of Jimmy Henchman, who is now serving life in prison, was planning a robbery on Tupac since Pac owed him some money. Many speculate that Jimmy told Puffy what was about to happen, but Puffy did not try to stop it. When Pac was outside the studio, he looked up and realized rapper Lil Cease, who is best friends with Biggie, was yelling at him from above. He was excited to see him, because they were friends. He told him he was going to go downstairs and got to the lobby downstairs when some men attempted to rob him at gunpoint, which quickly led to conflict and Pac being shot 5 times.
In the middle of that trial, the field was burned down, shot 5 times in what he claimed was a murder attempt, and police called no robbery.
As the police did their investigation, you can see Diddy looking around scanning the area with his head down. Keep in mind that after Tupac was shot, he got in the elevator and went upstairs where dozens of Bad Boy affiliates were located. Pac was interviewed by Black Magazine. He telling that he was shot, and the energy of the people while he was bleeding out. Because Andre Harrell was there, Puffy was there, Biggie, nobody approached him. I noticed that nobody would look at me. Andre Harrell wouldn't look at me. I had been going to dinner with him the last few days. Puffy was standing back too. I knew Puffy. He knew how much stuff I had done for Biggie before he came out. Based on...
I mean, bro, just like here in Highway, when I give my opinion, just for not even just this documentary, just for like anything else in like the future, like, you know, this is just like my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I have to just like say what, you know, I want, not want, but like in a way, so like where people, you know, I feel like can get a lesson. And, you know, take an example of, you know, this is also a reason why, you know, I'm super, you know, anti-social. Like, you know, I have friends, I have homies and stuff like that, but not, you know, nowadays, especially, like, catch me out doing things all about, you know, just like hearing the stuff that boils down to it. You talking about you were having dinner with, like, you know, obviously it's his homie, but like another, you know, dude or whatever, like, for like the past 2 days, you know, and like, you didn't really question that. Like, that would already have me suspect already. Like, why is, like, my homie, especially dude, especially wanting to, like, chill out and hang with dinner 2 days in a row? Like, you know, that shit is just, like, I'm just a naturally anxious, paranoid person.
Get me,
like,
bitch.
I don't know, maybe it sounds like some overthinking stuff, but, like, I feel like when it comes to certain days in a row, you should never do the same thing in terms of, like, anything and anybody. You know what I'm saying? And then like mentioned about like their energies and stuff like before, like, you know, they took him in the hospital and stuff and he was laying there like bleeding, you know, shot and stuff. Like, I don't know, man, it sounds like his instinct
Tupac's words here, fans in the media believe that he was hinting that Biggie and Puffy might be behind the attack, which bothered Big and Puff since publicly at this point they were still friends.
Tupac obviously pissed off, you know what I'm saying? And the rumors are spreading because of Tip, like, you set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. It's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But then I also understand that if you was shot 5 times, the body was completely skinny, you know what I'm saying? You're confused about your situation. Well, of course, you say things that you really don't mean.
To make things worse, a few months later, Pac was found guilty of sexual assault and would end up serving 9 months in prison. This gave him tons of time to think and reevaluate his life. To add insult to injury, Biggie released his iconic cutthroat track called Ushacha, which felt like an obvious diss towards Tupac. But technically, it was recorded before Pac got shot, but it was marketed and released months after the incident. Regardless, the media developed a narrative that Big and Puffy set up the shooting and now released a diss record bragging about their hit. And Puff's full intentions were to stir up drama and to be confirmed by the former president of Bad Boy Records.
Biggie might not have thought that when he wrote the lyrics that it was going to be used for that. But the way it was marketed by the company and released in the succession of things that were going on and he was dealing with, on all the levels that
it's crazy because like that's just he was just sitting up there explaining like that's all label based. Like they were trying to sit up there and tear apart, you know what I'm saying, two successful, African American men and just fucking, take it to the next level. He had the song recorded way behind and then you could just tell it's just like a couple of geeks behind the people at the label. Like, hey, we can make a couple of extra $1,000 if we just make it seem like that this was, what it was. That's crazy.
what they did when it was supposed to do. And that's a perfect example of how my former business partner works and thinks.
Pac was sitting in jail already thinking that they set him up, and the release of the song was all the proof he needed. But this wasn't the only shooting that Puffy was involved in. It's also important to know that Tupac signed to Death Row Records while in prison after the label owner Suge Knight promised to use his money to get Pac released. As they were in the process of getting Pac out, Suge Knight and his best friend Jake Robles, aka Big Jake, were at the Platinum nightclub in Atlanta. Suge confronted Puffy at the club and was choking him. Puffy's bodyguard, Walt Jones, steps in to defend him, and then things got out of hand. Next thing you know, shots are being fired, and Suge's friend Big Jake was shot and killed. Whether or not Wolf shot Jake has never been confirmed, but Suge was holding Puffy responsible for the attack, which was enough to now ignite a feud between the two executives. Quick sidebar, recently fans have noticed that Puffy's firstborn biological son, Justin Combs, looks a lot like Wolf. How does your son look more like your best friend than you? Anyways, in October 1995, Tupac got out of prison and walked to the world. Puff got out and immediately started taunting and scheming on Bad Boy Records as much as possible. In the days after his release from prison, he jumped into the studio to record his next album, All Eyes on Me, and he talked about the release of the tracks.
That's gonna be a big one. And wonder why they call you Big with Faith. That's gonna be a big one.
He mentions Faith, aka Faith Evans, who was married to Biggie for over a year at this point. Imagine your wife jumps in the studio with your biggest enemy 1 week after he gets out of jail. Pac was also seen with Faith Evans at Whitney Houston's album release party. The rumor is that Biggie cheated on Faith and that she was trying to get back at him by cheating with Pac. Pac also allegedly started messing around with Mary J. Blige, who was a close friend and business partner with Puffy. Then Death Row Records held a Christmas party in 1995 where a close friend of Puffy, Anthony Bell, was mercilessly beaten and forced to drink urine after refusing to give Suge Puffy's mother's address.
Bro, I don't care if it's 1 on 45, bro. I'm fighting to the death, bro. And before I let another motherfucker, bro. What? Let me just hear that one more. What?
Bell was mercilessly beaten and forced to drink urine after refusing to give Suge Puffy's mother.
Bro, I hope that is not true, bro. Like, yo, there ain't no way you're gonna have to just take me out.
Just take me out, bro. There ain't no way a day in hell. 20 shots of fucking this, bro. Are you kidding, bro? How do you even think of that, though? That's just sick-minded, dog. Like,
Mother's address. Tupac and Death Row did not let off the gas. At the 1996 Soul Train Awards, Biggie won the award for Song of the Year, and Tupac won Best Rap Album of the Year. After Big got his award, he took some pictures backstage and then exited the venue because he had to go to the airport to catch a flight. And that's when Pac and Suge pulled up in a Hummer, taunting them.
While we was waiting for the car to pull up, Suge and Tupac pulled up in the Hummer, and Tupac was really loud, yelling a bunch of cursing, yelling a bunch of stuff, and Suge came from the other side and was like trying to actually walk up to us, saying he just want to talk to Big. Want to talk, but of course everybody got in front. It's going yelling and arguing for a minute, but police and everybody got in front trying to stop that.
Despite Biggie's gangster lyrics, he was really a chill dude who didn't want to beat Tupac. Whenever he looked up to him, he always thought they were friends, but as we are speculating, he seemed to be a pawn in a much bigger operation.
He knows you sent somebody to shoot him that first time.
Not true. Well, why? Why would I do it?
Do you think he was just hyping a record, or you have no idea?
I don't know.
Tupac was a man on fire. A man who he believes was wrongfully convicted of a crime he didn't commit, was constantly being slandered by the media, and now feels was being disrespected by his biggest enemies, on top of being surrounded by real gangsters. He released a music video alongside Snoop Dogg called Two of America's Most Wanted, which featured a skit about Biggie and Pac. Interesting story about his self-destructive Biggie actor in the 90s to say that it was constantly as if it were true. Then Pac released one of the most abrasive and iconic diss tracks of all time, Hit 'Em Up. He starts off the song claiming he had sex with Biggie's wife and then directly calls Biggie, Puffy, and Junior Mafia all bitches, along with various other threats. Pressure was on Bad Boy. Pac was not going to stop, and Puffy couldn't take the heat. Biggie's bodyguard, Gene Deal, recalls when Puff reached his tipping point.
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money, but something gotta change. I don't give a fuck. If Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or still you can go to jail. Something's gotta change.
Gene was taken back. He wondered if Puff realized that he just said he didn't care if his artist died. At the same time, he still wanted to play gangster games. As we all know, these gangster games have two outcomes: death or jail. And Tupac would meet his fate on September 13th, 1996. Pac and the Death Row Squad were attending the Bruce Seldon vs. Mike Tyson boxing match in Las Vegas. Hyped up from the testosterone and the energy of the fight, Pac wanted some action. A Death Row associate pointed out Orlando Anderson to Pac, who was a Southside Crip gang member, a rival to the Pyru Blood set that was affiliated with Death Row Records. Pac went up to Orlando and punched him in the face. Then Death Row associates put a beating on the man. Later that night, Suge and Tupac were driving down East Flamingo Road to Club 662, when suddenly a white Cadillac pulled up beside them at a red light and opened fire on Tupac. He was hit 4 times, with the fatal shot piercing his lung. Just last year, Las Vegas police arrested a man called Dwayne Keefy D. Davis, who was a shot caller for the group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. Ironically, Keefy D has been confessing his involvement publicly on the internet for years. In 2008, he confessed that his nephew, Orlando Anderson, the man that Tupac punched earlier that night, was the one who actually pulled the trigger.
Keefy D has now identified his own nephew as the murderer of Tupac Shakur.
Bolstering Keefy D's claim was an informant in 1997 who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac, and that the Crip who had jumped at the MGM was in the group that had done the hit. This was exactly the same story that Keefy D told us a decade later.
Keefy also stated that Puffy offered them $1 million to kill Suge and Tupac.
We'll do it for $1 million. He's like, okay, I'll do it for $1 million. They agreed. Say, I understand like that. Nothing.
It's crazy.
He did it. Okay, did it. Okay. Was it you?
When Diddy was asked about this confession, this was his response.
documentary that's funny, if you know it wasn't true. Yeah, Rich, I said we don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to even go there with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
As you can imagine, Death Row was likely seeking retaliation for the murder of Tupac. Everyone at Bad Boy Records knew they were not safe, but they were especially not safe in Southern California. An LA kingpin called Gene Deal, Biggie's bodyguard, and warned him that there was a hit placed on Biggie in LA.
This somebody did 26 years in the federal jail as a kingpin, brother. He called me to say kingpin, brother. Tell them niggas not to go nowhere. It's a hit on. You get this information from a kingpin, bro. Charles Wynn.
Despite knowing all this information, in February of 1997, they headed out to Los Angeles to promote Biggie's new album, Life After Death. Puffy also wanted to record some of his album, No Way Out, in LA. Lil Cease, Biggie's best friend, claims that Big wanted to be in LA.
If he say go, we go. If he stay, we stay. Big wanted to stay. I was talking to him. Why everybody was like, why? Every time I go home, he's the boss. We're in because of him. And if you feel like there's no wants to do here, it's our job to stand down.
Biggie was not taunting the West Coast. He genuinely loved being in LA. He received a lot of love from fans, promoters, radio DJs, despite being surrounded by enemies. Instead of claiming to be the victor of his beef with Tupac, Biggie wanted to use his life to inspire change and squash the East Coast versus West Coast beef. The truth is, over the years, Puffy and Biggie had made so many enemies that they didn't really know who was after them. They overstayed their welcome in the City of Angels and Big's demise on March 9, 1997. After presenting an award at the 1997 Soul Train Awards, the Bad Boy crew attended the after-party hosted by Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum. Biggie left the party riding in the front passenger seat of a Chevrolet Suburban SUV with Puffy and other entourage members driving directly in front of him. As they stopped at the first red light, a dark-colored Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside the SUV. Inside the Impala rolled down the window and fired multiple shots at Biggie's vehicle. Biggie was hit numerous times by gunfire, sustaining 4 gunshot wounds. One of the bullets struck him in the chest, causing severe internal injuries. He was immediately rushed to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, but pronounced dead at the hospital that night. So what happened? Well, Puffy's business partner said that they had used up all their budget on security, so they couldn't hire extra security for this evening. TNJ was also at his party and offered protection.
Yes, sir.
Puff decided to ride in a separate car located in front of Biggie's, and he gave his security.
You take a piss right quick. Southside Queen. They was targeting Sean Puffy Combs. That shit crazy. Like shit. But that shit won't. That shit was already recorded though, bro. They just used it as like. That shit crazy how that shit worked out, bro. But that song won't about, bro. That song not about, bro.
Which Shakur recorded under Machiavelli. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 200 with first week sales of 664,000 and 250,000 the second week. To this day, Tupac has sold 75 million records, most of which came posthumously. Puffy owned all of Big's publishing. He allegedly purchased it from him for $200,000 years before he passed, which meant that everything he recorded or wrote for himself or other artists, Puff owned all of Biggie's percentage. Aside from the tens of millions of dollars in albums Big sold posthumously, he was also
even like still to this day he's making a percentage off of that stuff?
Songwriter. He wrote all of Junior Mafia's album. He wrote for Lil' Kim. He wrote for Mace, Craig Mack. Also consider every single time he's been sampled over the years. Diddy has been making money off Biggie for more years than Biggie was alive. There were even suspicions that Biggie was aware of how much control Puffy had over his music and tried to sign over all his new music to his infant daughter, but passed away before he could get the business deals done. Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, has repeatedly expressed her distrust of Diddy. The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000.
Yeah, bro, that was just what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, dog. Hey, and one thing too, mama's gonna always know best.
That's the amount Puffy wrote.
She's even saying something sketchy.
That was a lot of money for Christopher back then.
Nigga sold out for 25
She
racks.
continued by saying that she was glad her son does not have to witness that the very people that he thought he
Nigga
could
sold
ride
out for
and die
25
with
racks.
wouldn't think twice about using his mother. She added, "I am glad that he is not here to see how they have used his image and his name." Diddy was filthy rich, extremely powerful, and evidently unpredictable. How easy it was to leverage his power in the music industry and his personal life. If you said no to him,
25 racks was
theory,
probably
he
a
could
lot of money back in the around the time he was out.
So consider that.
That's still a lot of money right now. You got 25 racks, you up and you on game out shit.
Let's start with the mysterious.
Yo, bro. Yeah, like, how old was he at this time when he did this? Like, this is a whole corporation business off.
Yeah.
Grown ass man's doing this.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I might just get off after this.
I don't know if that was a skit or
musicians like Usher and give them a
Be
taste
back
of
later
the
on
music
this video.
industry. R&B sensation
Might
Usher
be
was
back
nothing
later.
short of a child prodigy. By age 13, he had already been discovered in Atlanta by L.A. Reid, and they sent him to New York City to record his debut album with Diddy. In
I do got some.
1994,
Now I got
Usher
more
was just
videos
14
rolling.
years old, and he moved into Diddy's house
I
to
got
be a
more
part of his
content
flavor
uploading,
camp.
bro. So I gotta take care of real life shit and gaming shit now, bro.
Goodness.
We grinding though. We
14-year-old boy
hustling.
moving in with a grown man does not even
We
sound
hustling,
right,
bro.
dog.
Believe it or not, we
Yo.
hustling. We grinding.
I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And
Yeah,
I
and
don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I understand. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Usher has been very reluctant to discuss what happened when he lived with
Damn,
Diddy.
bro,
In a
he's stomping their
2004
feet.
article with Rolling
Fat ass
Stone, he
feet.
said, "Puff introduced me to a totally different set of shit. Sex, specifically. Sex is so hot in the industry, man. While he was in New York, he lived at Puffy's house in Scarsdale.
What does he mean by that, bro?
Real
There was
me.
always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Some people look at this as nothing short of
Damn,
grooming
you
a
gave me that bitch
young
before
boy.
you
One time,
took it, bro.
Diddy
You a
himself
real
detailed
one, bro.
what living with Usher was
You
like.
could have took it, bro. You know I'm gonna find my own, bro. It's cool though.
We used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother for real.
Whoa, what does that mean, bro? You was a little bit older when he was about 10. Y'all was fighting over the Frosted Flakes. What is that? Is that like a code name for something? What does that mean?
Fucking over the Frosted Flakes. That's what he meant.
You were fighting over the Frosted Flakes with you being a grown man.
No, there's some killers in this lobby. You lose, I'm gone. I'm chilling for the day, bro.
Because you used to always get up early. Bro, yo, man, nah, fuck that shit, bro. What the hell is that?
I got a lot of shit to catch up on now, bro.
Kevin Hart's doing that nervous, like that type of laughter, like your homie knows bullshit, corny joke. You just laugh to keep the vibe going. But yo, Usher looks traumatized right here, bro. He hasn't cracked a smile for a bit. Well, maybe right there. Was that a nervous smile? The older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's a nervous smile. These fighters slip off. See, that's a nervous
fight over the Frosted Flakes. Yeah,
what
okay.
What the heck is that supposed to mean, y'all?
We're gonna fight over no fucking Frosted Flakes. Them niggas fucking over Frosted Flakes. They will keep it a band. That's why he had to catch himself. He know what he's talking about.
Even though Kevin Hart was just joking, he really was the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about.
Seriously?
I'm sure it looks kind of uncomfortable. And you'll know question what Diddy was talking about.
Was Kevin Hart trying to he was asking, looking like Diddy, he his body language that way.
Even though Kevin Hart
was just joking, he almost fucked up.
Really was the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about. But Usher looks kind of uncomfortable. And
why didn't Diddy just push Usher to the side and give Kevin Hart that friendly yo chill the hell out type of talking too much?
But the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about. But Usher looks kind of uncomfortable. And you'll notice that Diddy is very comfortable touching other people, embracing them, calling them pet names, and almost always the other person's body language screams they do not like it.
Yeah, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
But Usher is not the only.
Bro, what the fuck did he just call him? Yo, nah, yo, this is getting creepy. What this is Meek Mill. The fuck did you call another man?
It's the other person's body language.
Like that part.
Like it.
Yeah, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
Oh, shit.
Down, bro. I don't know what it is, man, but I think it's about to be getting ugly for Diddy within these next 6 months, bro.
But Usher is not the only artist in the industry who may have been a victim of Puffy's flavor camp. Justin Bieber was also mentored by Diddy early on in his career. Bieber, just after his 15th birthday, spent 48 hours with Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
What we hanging out and what we doing?
Can't escape from the bottom to the top lifestyle. Looking at it.
Definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So,
oh hell nah, bro. That nervous laugh, man. Yo, bro, what's going on, man? Dog,
we going.
Tom seems to be acting strange, but Justin seems alright. At the time, he was still a young star, glamorized by the industry. 1 year later, his demeanor towards Diddy was much different.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, try to get in contact with me through all my...
Nah, bro, there's something.
Oh, Diddy, get the fuck on.
Yo, prayers that there's any victims,
Weirdy.
Man, that had to face the wrath of with Diddy, bro.
Nigga,
This
Diddy
is getting
weirdy,
this is too fucking creepy, though. Did you hear his voice crack in the beginning?
Steven's voice much different.
That's that nervous. I'm good,
No, that's different, huh?
And then also Diddy's body language, all jokes that
hey, from the bottom to the top lifestyle.
You basically saying, trying to insinuate that I guess he's the reason why he's doing it, which means that what incentive or whatever you trying to you know what I'm saying, and insinuate that you gave him or whatever for him to be this is getting creepy.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, try to get in contact with me through all my...
It was a treat.
Man. it's sad, bro. It's sad. If you don't see, I don't even gotta explain anything, man. If you just don't see what's going on.
You never really got the numbers, so.
Now, Combs
he said he had to go through his entire camp, and then he finally was able to, and then now he's face to face with.
Renowned for hosting lavish and star-studded parties that have become legendary in the entertainment industry. Diddy parties are famous for attracting A-list celebrities across all industries. I had the craziest mix. Some of my boys from Harlem, Leonardo DiCaprio after he just finished Titanic. I had socialites there, relatives from down south. Diddy parties are typically hosted at going down a The media was quick to anoint him the modern-day Gatsby, a title he embraced with open arms.
TV and the club, popping bottles, nigga, baby.
However, people forget that one of Diddy's first parties ever resulted in the death.
Oh my god. I see why y'all niggas love coming over here.
Sean Combs was the promoter of the Heavy D's and Puff Daddy's celebrity charity basketball game at City College.
We gotta get that team out of here, bro. Them niggas looking nasty over there.
Taking the lives of people. Some of the hottest rappers in the game were set to attend. Boyz II Men, Phife Dawg, Big Daddy Kane, Jodeci, even LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up. The crazy part is that fans could see all of their favorite stars for just $12. First problems for the tickets. Keep in mind that this is in 91, so people had to go to physical locations like the Apollo Theater box office to buy tickets. Tickets were also sold at local shops like Boston Port, and even free tickets were given out on the radio. Facility could only hold 2,730 people.
What you niggas know about?
How many tickets they sold. No proper system was set in place to keep track. Despite this,
Motown feeling back again. Niggas ain't hip.
Puff calls me the day before we supposed to do the party. Say, yo, Gene, I don't need y'all to do the security outside. I got the FOIs to do it. So I said, man, I just told 18 guys. I just need 8.
Bro, get up there.
The FOIs are Food of Islam members. One witness to the event said, "You cannot have an event like this in Harlem without those Muslims," said Oscar Davis, 32, of the Bronx. Forget the police. They can't do nothing. The people in Harlem
were niggas
Muslims. It was blatantly obvious that more people were outside than
could actually fit in the
gym. Despite the overcrowding, tickets were still being sold at the door, said Marco Salvaggi, the city police patrol chief. Fans entered through 2 side exits and funneled down the stairs, through the doors, into the gymnasium. But once LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up, all open doors, crowds of people started swarming from outside to rush inside, pushing people forward towards the glass doors. The glass doors eventually were shut and needed to be pulled towards the crowd to be opened. Guards tried to instruct people to fall back, but they wouldn't listen. The pressure became so great that the glass doors shattered and people fell through them. Outsiders began stampeding and stomping over bodies to get inside the facility, but the problem just got worse as they needed to go down the stairs into the gym. The doors at the bottom of the stairs also needed to be pulled open towards the crowd and pushed into the gym. So hundreds of people were squeezed up against these doors in this tiny stairwell with no way to escape. Also notice that these doors don't have any windows. So inside of the gym, people were having a great time. From the outside, you can hear them partying, playing music, and rappers shouting over the microphone. They didn't even know that just on the other side of those doors were people fighting for their lives. Eventually, they got the doors open. As much as 6 people were stacked on top of each other and began
hit the nigga. But you hit me from here though, right?
People began trying to perform CPR on the ground. Someone announced over the microphone that 3 people died right there. This caused chaos, and people inside the gym began trying to leave, stampeding back through the exact same stairwell where people were trapped in the first place. Police identified
Motown feeling back again. Da, 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 da.
Days later, all of them died from asphyxiation. 8 families of the deceased settled wrongful death lawsuits against Mr. Combs in early 1998. Mr. Combs ended up.
Oh, that bitch all the way at the top. Yeah, that's cool for that. Go. And that's the clock tower? Yeah, it's over for the clock tower. Well, actually, I can blow that bitch up, but I gotta save my bomb. Something more valuable.
Regardless, death and
which is a body.
Since his earliest days. From there, he kind of stopped throwing parties for the public and started to keep them private. However, over the years, disturbing rumors have spread regarding what happens during Diddy's parties, ranging from group sex rituals to casting couches where newcomers would secure their future in various industries.
We need to find them niggas.
talent would need to pleasure other powerful men to advance their careers. And apparently it's an open secret in the music industry, which is why Shannon Sharp held up in laughter when Cat Williams said,
because P. Diddy be wanting them out. And you gotta tell him no. You tell him no. I did.
Now, Diddy has 6 biological children with 3 different women. He has had multiple high-profile relationships with the likes of Jennifer Lopez, Kendall, and Cassie. But you'll notice that most of the party stories that circulate involve him being surrounded by men. Josh Ostrovsky, who goes by the Fat Jewish on social media, detailed his strange experience at a Diddy party.
I'm trying to find the bathroom. You can't find the bathroom. You get lost. I open the door, and in that room, there are a bunch of...
We about to get fucked over.
Kind of leaning on each other. Like if you were scooting but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow and talking. Like you don't see the crazy to an orgy. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh my god. So crazy. Okay. He's lounging in like the red island up there and Felix the house famed house music. Yeah, no, I know.
Why did y'all just shoot
and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy. And they're like sharing, they're like passing it back and forth. And everyone's talking. And everyone's just like talking. And then as soon as they're all on they're all 100% mix.
Shortly after Josh and Diddy locked eyes, he was kicked out. Josh, who is a gay man, immediately felt like he was in a room full of other gay men. But there was no real accusation nor damning evidence here. It could have just been a group of guys chilling. So let's take a listen to rapper Exhibit recounting his experience partying with Diddy.
More than we got invited to a puffy party, an AKC party. He invited us to the house because we wanted to go to the club after. Puffy called me up, you know, I was like, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what you mean that's the devil? So we get into the trunk. He said, let's go to this club. You know, we sitting there watching the music, and then she said, she pointed over the corner. It's 2 dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, good. And then she pointed another direction. There's another dude over there, like, what
bullshit. It's holy, bro. Oh my goodness, I was not ready for that, bro. I was not ready for that, dog. Bro.
Oh, Ben, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You take off, man.
Yo, Exhibit did the right thing.
Or maybe coincidentally, Exhibit just looked at the only 2 gay couples in the regular club. 50 Cent also recalls one of the first times he dated.
We gotta kick it and see who's like, oh, why we gotta go shop for this and shit? I paid for it. I was like, I'm just gonna get you
Yo, 50 goes back. That's weird. He asked to take another man, grown man shopping?
Homophobia has been prevalent in hip-hop forever. However, some people are just simply not gay. And Diddy's actions make them feel uncomfortable. Like rappers Fabulous and Jadakiss, who were pressed by Diddy on a podcast that got really awkward really quickly. He began by repeatedly calling the host Nori Daddy.
Yeah, I love this drink. I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you on scrambling and breaking shit.
Then he proceeded to ask Fabulous why he didn't want to party with him.
Come on, shoot that nigga.
For real, because it seems like a thing. I mean, it's his birthday party, man. And if I'm talking about his birthday, I want you to party with
Bro, that nigga is low as fuck, bro.
No, but you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Jadakiss kept his head looking straight down.
I told you this was about to be an L.
Until Fabulous was very uneasy about Diddy's presence. When Diddy was confronted about it, this
I knew this. Go ahead, bro. I knew this was about to be an L, bro.
That was you. Scrambling.
Then I shot the fucking RPG and killed myself. What the fuck he doing? He killed himself?
Nah, I mean, it can be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
What do you mean? No idea why people thought what he said was weird.
He says things, and he doesn't know what he's saying is like food. You know what I'm saying? He said something fabulous, and he goes, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about, yo? What are you talking about?
But even with all the jokes, rumors, and secrets, nobody ever formally spoke out against Diddy and accused him of assault or abuse until 2019, when his ex-girlfriend Gina Quinn spoke publicly about what it's like to be in a relationship with him. Keep in mind that Gina was a side girlfriend of Diddy who Diddy didn't know about it, because his public relationship was with Cassie Ventura, who he had been dating for a decade.
He had caught me texting in the threw it in his body, pushed me, and I fell to the ground. He like stood over me. He had blood in my face, so he like started pushing me like on the side of my head, and I was like covered in my face. He like stomped on my stomach.
Bro, hit the zip line, you idiot!
He stopped and he like stopped and then he slapped me with mad and like punching the back.
She also claimed that she was pregnant with his child in 2014.
Bro, this nigga is a bot! Bro! The zip line behind you! Yeah, I'm going after this. You niggas are slow.
He did not take money, but he also did not have the child. 4 years later,
Man, you're an idiot.
Multiple other instances of emotional and physical abuse, but she never filed any formal charges. It wasn't all the way until November of 2023 that someone finally filed a formal lawsuit against Diddy. After that, the floodgates were open, and Sean Combs' dark past crept out of the shadows. In the lawsuit, Cassie Ventura, his longtime girlfriend, accused Mr. Combs of bullying and of repeated physical abuse over about a decade. As you can imagine, this lawsuit and these allegations went extremely viral. After all these years,
Oh, I earned 100 V-Bucks. How is I'm earning V-Bucks, bro? How is I'm earning V-Bucks, bro?
He heard a song she was marketing called Even she was
how many V-Bucks I got? I can't even see the camera anymore.
In 2005, when she was 19 and he was 37, he heard 37.
Oh, I only got 200.
Yo, that's shit's wrong. I know if they say the legal age is 18 and shit, bro.
I ain't playing another game, bro. I ain't got time. Nigga stupid, bro. You see the zip line right there. Why are you still trying to jump on or something, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Bro, and do what I don't give a fuck what happened, bro. Like, yo, that's disgusting, bro. Like, what do you have in common with somebody that much of an age gap, dude? Man, it is weird, bro.
Heard a song she was marketing called Me and You. He then contacted Ryan Leslie, who wrote Cassie's first single, and paired Bad Boy Records with Leslie's Next Election imprint for the release of Cassie's debut album. In 2006, Cassie released her self-titled album for Bad Boy Records. They formed a close relationship through working together for several months as Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean Young. In 2007, Diddy separated.
That's it. That's good talk about that Cassie. That was the one I was talking about, the hotel situation that was released like a couple of days ago, right? That was
before they really started dating Cassie. Cassie alleged that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to
fire.
medical records. He claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs. He made videos like this once.
Nigga, a fucking idiot, man.
What you got to say now? What you got to say now? You ain't got shit to say.
Why you doing that shit for a female, beating up on a female, bro? What was all that talk, bro, in the club that night, bro? When you got my nigga Sean sent up, bro, you bitch ass nigga. You want on none of that with them niggas that can't do that shit to you. You beating up on females, bro. You niggas suckers.
Did the same thing with like the good R. Kelly situation and then R. Kelly.
You niggas suckers, man. I'll play one more. Come on, bro. One more.
Basically getting up and throwing a tantrum. Bro, that same situation don't happen with Diddy with that shit, bro. He just gonna throw the book at you right after. Yo, there is so much stuff going on. But the thing is that are they able to use it as like actual evidence to like victims? They all think that at the end of the day.
Joel mismeant her, like suppressing her music if she did not obey his orders, or by helping to conceal his behavior, but it wasn't just mentally controlled. He also often got physically violent. In one incident in Los Angeles, Sue said that Mr. Combs became enraged when he saw him being hurt on the hostage and pushed her into him. He hit her repeatedly in the face. The suit also details Diddy to engage in his fantasy voyeurism, exposed and interpreted pimps and sex workers in different cities and capitals.
Nigga, what? Yeah, this nigga got it over here.
This is just all time like weird. I'm just appreciating y'all, man. See brothers and sisters, bro. Like, no matter how successful, famous, rich y'all get, man, just keep it normal and just stay out the way. Because it just seems this man Diddy, man, he just, in combination of his ego and him having a whole bunch of, like, you know what I'm saying, money and his power and stuff, this dude just got to a point at a certain time in his career, and he was just bored. This nigga was just like, damn, you know what? Fuck it. Well, you know, what if I do this and experiment with this with my, like, wife or girlfriend? Like, I think this would hit very hard, and he was end up probably falling into a whole rabbit hole. You know, like, this is just sick-minded, bro. This his brain gotta be studied, dude. Like, this is just absolutely just downright, like,
Encounters she claimed he watched, pleasured himself to, and recorded. This is the allegation that likely opened up a federal investigation into him sex trafficking people.
The last one he said he pleasured himself.
Called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes like masquerade masks and lingerie. The lawsuit continues to detail some of the most horrific, embarrassing, and torturous behavior Diddy allegedly committed. Combs' lawyer, Benjamin Braffman, responded to the lawsuit on behalf of him. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million, under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship. Despite them denying everything, the lawsuit was settled just 24 hours after it was made public. We don't know how much.
I do remember they had that lawsuit towards the end of last year.
To the severity of the charges, Diddy coughed up tens of millions of dollars to keep her quiet. And while Combs likely believed that he escaped Cassie's lawsuit unscathed, a woman named Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed that she and a friend met Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in either 1990 or 1992. They returned to Hall's apartment for an after-party where she was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs.
Oh, I'm out of ammo!
Filed the same day, Joy